Ryan, 3 points today against a youthful Dundee United B team. Just how pleased were you with the performance?
Yeah, pleased to a certain extent. If it was a difficult match for us mentally. These games can be challenging. I think the players handled it very well. For large parts, I thought we were dominant, especially first half, second half. It kind of took off the gas a little bit to a certain extent, but glad we scored in the end to make the scoreline a wee bit more reflective of the chances that we created. If that's the only thing we're being critical of, it was a good day for us.
Defence really solid today. I don't think Jack really had any challenging saves to make. That's the first time that Jason and Steely's played there together. Just how pleased were you with how well the two of them?
Yeah, it was a task that we'd asked the team beforehand, that we need to get back into this, ruggedness and difficult to play against, and take today's performance into the league stuff. We haven't kept a clean sheet this season. It's been there to see. If you can see goals, you must score goals. So we've done a wee bit of both today. We looked pretty solid. It was good to have obviously Jason back, and Big Steely's been brilliant for us. The 3 games that he's played, he's an element of calmness. He's a big figure. He's exactly what we want. Good on the ball. So hopefully that's a partnership that grows. Young Adam again comes in at right back and does well. I thought Flynn had one of his better games, and
he should have scored.
Yeah, he's almost a comedian towards the end of the game. There, he's falling over his feet and tripping over laces and missing things that are unmissable. But an element of humour. You don't laugh, you cry. So I thought Flynn had a good game. Midfield was its usual combative self. Created a lot of chances. We were quite front foot, especially Jack and Seb in the first half. They were front foot. Seb plays very well in that position, to be fair, and he's really tricky, good with feet, good vision, gets his goal as an assist. And young Fraser steps up and gets his first professional goal, which is good for him. I think he faded out of the game quite a lot actually after he got his goal, but credit to him, he's now on the board and can only get better from there. Ollie, I thought, grew as the game went on, and Niall was a touch of class. His awareness, his ability. We just need to get him right up to speed, and I think he's getting there.
It is probably quite a good game as single player. I know you've really singled out Seb there as well, but I think we were kind of discussing before how we didn't get man of the match was a bit bewildering. But he's somebody that's not had a lot of starts in the league. Definitely put a few questions into both you and Jordan's minds for the
absolutely. Curtis, he done that against. Done that against Aberdeen a few weeks ago. He was outstanding here, and we gave him a chance on Saturday, and for whatever reason he and team fell short. So we can't just do it against the B teams, we have to do it in the league where it matters, against the men and more difficult challenges ahead. Yes, Seb was excellent, deserves a credit. It comes his way, he was going to stay on, but he pulled up a little bit. It was cramp or something. You're right, if you're not playing a lot of games, just throwing in to play 90 minutes, it can be quite a lot of times, albeit he's a very fit guy. So credit where it's deserved. I thought he played well as well.
I think that's basically us mathematically through to the next stage. I think if you get into the top 8, I think you might miss a round, or you're seeded going into the second half. Is that now the aim, just to get there, or is it for you guys maybe now just get more players more minutes? Or I know that obviously you want to win every game of football, but is there that real importance on results per se, or more just performance and minutes?
Both. Performance has to be good, and results will follow. You've seen what we've done with the squad. We've utilised it as best as we possibly can when it's midweek travel or playing against B teams or distributing minutes quite equally. But the results have followed. The performances haven't dipped, and maybe have dipped when we've done it, in previous years gone by. So, there's more winnable games ahead. We want to finish as high as we possibly can. We want to make our lives as easy as we possibly can, because 6 or 8 extra games is not helping anyone. So if we can finish in a position where it means less games, we're all for that.
Obviously no fresh injuries today, it seemed like anyway. Danny and Dundee, how close are the two of those two?
You say no fresh injuries. I think Steely pulled up a little bit at half time. He was willing to go out, but he just says, look, there's no point in risk. He's played 3 games in a week. He hasn't played in over a month, so it's maybe a little bit too much too soon for him. So we just threw him in the ice bath and made sure he's fine. We can't afford any risks. Danny, Danny's hamstring, I'm not sure if it's a reoccurrence of what he had at the tail end of last year, but I think he's getting closer. We've yet to get a timeline, but I think he's back on the grass and progressing in the right direction. Kieran Dunn's been quite a frustrating one because every time he's getting close, he then takes a step back in the wrong direction. Today, I think you could sort of see in the side of our eye that he was getting up to better speeds. So, look, we really need Dundee back available for us. We spoke to him today, we spoke to him last week. He's a key part of how we play, as are all the boys. And then just Pete. Pete was obviously the first time he's been here since his operation on his shoulder. He'll be 2 or 3 months, but we also need Pete. His experience back in the middle of the park, he majorly helps us, he helps the way we play. So when you rattle through that range, that's 4 or 5 really key players to what we are, but we can still manage to put up a strong squad. So we're in a good place, we're in a pretty good place. Obviously a big game next week against Hamilton where we need to be good against the B teams in that.
As you say, that game against Hamilton will be another tough one. Good attendance today, I was just saying to Seb, something that we've been quite blessed with, I would say, in the 2 B team games, that we've had those good attendances, and it's important to get that same kind of crowd again next week.
Absolutely, I think the Aberdeen game was about 600 and something on a Tuesday night, so that was really good when you consider it's a midweek game and all that kind of stuff, travel for certain aspects. Today, again, credit to the crowd for coming out. Some of them have made their voices quite clear that it's not their favourite sort of spectacle playing against B teams. However, we as a club can only play what's in front of us. Our crowds have been good. Hopefully they continue to grow because the support really goes a long way to helping the team, especially when it's positive support.